Hi, everybody. I'm here to give you some idea about our upcoming workshop, You're Not Really a Racist. And I know that most white people don't believe that they are racist, but what I want to tell you is if you grew up in the United States, it's like in the drinking water. And it's nothing to feel guilty about, but it's something to be very much aware of, because if we're going to make things better in this world for relationships between groups, we all need to understand what we're wired to be and what we're not wired to be. And if our original wiring didn't work or doesn't work in this day and age, then we need to figure out a new way to be with each other so that we can get along better. One of my favorite Buddhist monks, Thich Nhat Hanh, says that we were born to awaken from the illusion of our separation. He said our separateness is really an illusion. So let me tell you a little bit about how human beings originally decided to live or were living, and then how things have changed since we've arrived in the 21st century. We were meant to live in groups of between 50 and 80 people, also known as tribes, and we are wired to be very empathic to those people. We want to help them, we want to care about them, and all they have to do is be a member of our tribe. So that means they have to look like us, talk the same language as us, have the same belief systems, have the same behavioral characteristics. And if a person fits that pattern and you and the other person are very similar to each other, you automatically want to be kind, nice, and decent to those people most of the time. That worked really well when we lived in groups of 50 to 80 called tribes, but we don't live that way anymore. The way we live now, everybody flies around the world, everybody works with everybody else, and we have intertribal mingling in every workplace in the country practically. We are all winding up working and living with people who are slightly different from us or very different from us. And so the original wiring that said, be afraid of strangers, is being very dysfunctional right now. It's putting us in a situation where we're afraid to get to know people who we see as different or define as different, because we simply don't know what's going to happen next. Now, that was a very effective protective device when we lived in tribes, but we don't. The only tribe we have now is the human race, the human tribe. And we have to rewire our brains so that we can learn not to be afraid of each other, but to see people who are different as interesting possible people to get to know and not people to be afraid of. Being afraid of other people and the ensuing behavior also often results in what we call microaggressions. It results in people being uncomfortable with each other, and it's all coming down to fear. So if we can learn not to be afraid of each other, then we can learn to get along a whole lot better. Retraining your brain really isn't that hard a thing to do. You simply have to stay calm when you begin to become aware that you're nervous, and ask yourself, what's going on here? So what we're going to do in this little workshop called You're Not Really a Racist is to teach you where racism comes from, why it's such a problem in the United States, how it probably affects you, and then what you can do to get over it. We all need this kind of training because we all need to learn how to get along better and work well together, and not to mention get along with families, neighbors, people in our church, synagogue, mosque, anything. So I invite you to register for my Klatch workshop, You're Not Really a Racist, which will be on April 28th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All I have to do is click on the icon and it will take you right to the registration site. This will help you in your workplace, it will help you and your family, and it will make you a much more relaxed and comfortable people in multicultural situations. I hope to see you there. Thanks very much.